Good morning. My name is Danny with Danny's Luxury Cruise Vacations. I am an independent advisor with the Avoya Travel Network, and today we have the pleasure of speaking with Julia, who works with HX. In case you don't know who HX is, that's Hurtigruten Expeditions, and they offer an amazing product for people that are looking for something different than your typical cruise. And we're going to learn a little bit today from Julia what you can expect from her amazing product. Julia, welcome and thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much for having me, Danny. I'm so excited to talk to you and so excited to talk to all of your clients as well.
Absolutely. Thank you. Well, what I'd like to do, Julia, if we may, I know who HX is, but the consumer may not. So can you please tell us a little bit about who HX is and
Sure, sure. So HX, we have that fun name. We just changed our name in December of 2023 from Hurtigruten Expeditions. So we're just trying to hyphenate it because many people ask us, how do you say Hurtigruten? So to simplify it, we came up with HX. But we consider ourselves the founders of expedition travel. So our first expedition was in 1896 to that northern archipelago, Svalbard. And Svalbard is where you can find more people, or I'm sorry, more polar bears than people up there. But yes, we are considered the founders of expedition travel. We have been awarded the best science program by Cruise Critic many years in a row. And we offer destinations from all over the world.
wonderful, wonderful. So having said that, what sets HX apart from your competition?
So we consider ourselves the founders of expeditions. So everything we've been doing, we've been in the Arctic for 128 years. We've been in the Antarctic for 24 plus years. We work with a company that started the Galapagos cruising. So we consider ourselves founders in that sense because they handle our product in the Galapagos for 65 plus years. So every destination you want to travel with us, we consider ourselves the experts in those destinations. But also, not only that, but our science program. We've had scientific collaboration since 1902. And if you go on and look at our science centers on board, they are unmatched. No other competitor will have our up to date, just our microscopes on tables and just all of our researchers on board.
Perfect, perfect. So having said that, your demographics, do you have a specific target market that you folks go after, or is it a wonderful product for everybody?
It's a wonderful product for everybody, but I will say there is an age limit for certain destinations like the Galapagos, which is 6 years old, as well as Antarctica, which is 5 years old. But typically, what you see on our ships, you will see a high range of 50-year-olds onto our ships. And then if you get into the longer periods of 23 days, 27-day itineraries, you'll see an older demographic as well, just due to time. But with the slight pause we had in the early 2020 and 2021, more people are getting out there and they're doing their bucket list trips. So we're seeing a lot of groups of 30 plus year olds and 40 plus year olds going to Antarctica and celebrating those big birthdays in those destinations.
Absolutely, absolutely. And having said that, is your product all inclusive? Is everything included, or are there little extras that the client should be aware of?
Well, actually, I'm glad you said that. So we've always been pretty much all inclusive, but in October of 2024, our trips will be changing. So currently, you get Wi-Fi included. We were the first to have Starlink on all of our ships. So it does not matter how many devices you have connected. We have a professional photographer and videographer that we give you those included in the rate. Of course, all your meals and all of our landings and scenic cruising, we include at least one excursion per day. But the biggest change with our all inclusive are drinks. So we currently offer drinks like a river cruise would, so at breakfast, or I'm sorry, at lunch and dinner, we offer wine, sodas, and beer at meal times. But come October, we're going to start offering cocktails, beer, soda, wine all day long.
Nice.
So that way it'll be the biggest change. It's always alcohol, but other than that, yes. The only things that would be extra if you were to get a spa treatment,
Mhm.
if you wanted to buy something from the shop, or if we have one of our premium excursions, such as we do charge for camping or kayaking or snowshoeing in places like Antarctica and so forth.
Perfect, perfect. And you did touch on it a little bit a few moments ago. Where does HX go? We
Oh,
know Antarctica, of course, but
yes, yes. So we started in the Arctic. So of course, Svalbard. We go to Greenland, Iceland, Norway. We go to the Northwest Passage, and I'm telling you, those trips are a bucket list. I just need to find the time to do it. Um, we have Alaska, and I promise you, if you've never done Alaska expedition style, it's like you're going there for the first time. We go to the Galapagos. That is a huge destination for many people, and it's warm. And then we also go all through Patagonia fjords and Antarctica, and so many other places, I'm sure, but that's just a few of them.
you're making me drool, Julia. I don't drool much, but put me on a ship and take me somewhere. Well, you kind of touched a little bit a few minutes ago on your demographics, but if we could just expand on that for a moment, who would you say is a good fit for an expedition cruise?
Ooh, okay. So, there are many different things to many different people. When people hear expedition, they think, I have to be a triathlete. Absolutely not. If you can walk up or down a few stairs, and if you enjoy just walking, that is perfect. You are perfect for an expedition, especially with us. It's the lifetime learners, the intellectuals, the birders, just anybody that's looking for the next thing. They've done it all. They feel like they've done it all. This is going to get you front and center, that authentic, immersive experience, close to nature, and a smaller ship. If you want a smaller ship experience, so you're not waiting around with thousands of people, these ships are perfect for you. So, just to summarize, intellectuals, people who are looking for something new and exciting, and some people who just like to be active and looking for adventure.
Perfect, perfect. And my last question for our lovely conversation, and again, thank you, Julia. The onboard experience, we know expedition and you're going off the ship every day to go out and do your landings or whatever. Is it a relatively casual experience on board as far as people saying, what do I need to pack?
Yes, and, if you wanna bring your tux, you can, but you're gonna be the only one in your tux. We do not have formal nights. It's a very casual environment. Come in your, favorite brand of outdoor clothing, and you can wear that from breakfast to dinner. You can come as you are, and bring your bathing suit for those polar plunges as well. So that's something I would definitely recommend bringing.
Perfect, perfect. Well, Julia, those are my questions for today. You nailed it. You hit the nail on the head. It was absolutely perfect. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it.
My pleasure.